What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. Listen to me, and listen to me really good. And unfortunately, I can't believe again that I'm going to have to say this. But you know what? I'm going to have to say this anyway. Because I just read something earlier today that said, because of my autistic child, they don't have friends. They're friendless. And you know what? I want to say it this way to you. Just because a person has a disability, that doesn't make them any less of a freaking person. And yes, I say it like that because that irritated me when I saw that. When I read that. But what I'm saying to you is this: no matter what a person's disability is, I promise you, they're no different than no one else. Yeah, they might have been born with a different, different situation, or they might have a different situation. But that doesn't make them any less of a human being. Like I said, I've got a friend of mine who uh, calls me his big brother, as I call him my little brother. As I've told you, I stuck up for about 10 years ago because he ended up getting bullied. And with that said, a long story short, with that, he got scared. That bully said something to scare him. Which you can imagine what that was. And that's when he ran to me. And I got him, to the right person, to say a name to. And I say that again because those scenarios should not have to happen. I mean, will I stick up for somebody that gets bullied or picked on and I see it and hear it? You damn straight I will. Because, again, I know how that feeling is. I was bullied, like I said, 3 times, almost 4. And the 4th time I opened my mouth and I said my thoughts, what I thought. And you can imagine, that shut the bully up real quick. And they took off running from me because they weren't expecting what they saw and what they heard. But with that said, just because a person has a disability doesn't make somebody any less of a human being. A person with a disability, that's just part of them. Okay? A person with a disability is just part of a person. That's not who a person is. That's just part of them. Part of what they go through on a daily basis. But that's not a disability. It's not who a person is. When I saw that this post on a different form of social media that I read, or that I have, I thought, you know what? This needs said. And I'm kind of in shock that a lot more people don't understand this. With that said, take it from someone else that knows 100% that feeling. You know, being 36, and I've still never been on dates, relationship, I should say, because so many people, females that is, want to be judgmental, or they'll make up excuses as to why they have to turn me down. You know, um, with that said, I had one. It's been a while back. Yeah, it's been a while back. It's probably been about 7 years ago. Had someone that I asked out, and in my face, they said, "Oh, we're just taking a break." Okay, I can respect that. But as soon as I turned my back, to leave where I was at, I overheard them call me fake. And not only that, I saw them point at me as they was telling somebody else. And when I confronted, about it, it's not true. Bullshit. That's all I gotta say. It is true. Um, and my point to saying all this is, just because you just, see someone with a disability, it doesn't mean anything. In other words, you see someone with a disability, maybe, either with a wheelchair or a walker or crutches or even a walking cane. Or in some cases, it could be an amputee. Maybe, an amputee of a leg or an arm or a hand or even a foot. My point is saying this is this. Even then, even if a person is an amputee, that doesn't make you any less of a person. You're still 100% human being. You just have a different story about you than what somebody else might have about them. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. We all have a 100% different, but 100% true story about us. And like I said, it's okay to ask questions. If there's something about a person that you may not understand, it's okay to ask questions. When you ask questions, that's how you learn. And a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that. And that's wrong. But with that said, before you judge someone, think about that. Remember that, behind that disability is a 100% human being they're 100% different, but also 100% true story about them. Uh, you know, as I'm sure, and yeah, you can even look through my YouTube videos. I think it's might be towards the beginning of or towards the top of the videos from day one. So you might have to scroll a little bit. Uh, when I was getting in my truck, I was able to show how, my hand controls work, how I drive. Because, like I said, I don't drive with my feet because my foot reaction to go from the gas to the brake isn't, that fast. But I still gotta do the damn thing. I still gotta drive. I still gotta do all these things. But let me ask you this again. Well, what are people so against that? What are people so against with people that have disabilities? Because really, we're all, like I said, 100% human. They're 100% different, but also 100% true story about us. That don't make you any different. Just because you have a disability, your disabilities don't make you any different of a person. Because behind that disability, even with that disability, you're still a 100% human being with a 100% different, but also 100% true story about you. So don't let anybody tear you down. Um, I say that from experience. My whole life, as I've said, I'm 36, and I've still never been on dates or relationships. Yes, I've tried, and it sucks. I had those times where uh, females would just anything to do just to, or would say anything just to, have a reason to turn me down. In fact, like I said, I had one person, female, said, I was taking a break. Okay, I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Nothing wrong with taking a break. But as soon as I turned around where I was at the place I was at, the facility I was at, as I turned around to leave, that facility, I overheard that person call me fake. And as I kind of, did one of these, and kind of peered behind my shoulder, and I saw him point at me at the same time. And it sucks. Because, a lot of people may not realize it, but no matter your disability, you're 100% human. But they're 100% different, or 100% true story about you. And I feel like a lot of people need to understand that don't. I think now there is a lot of people I feel like that do understand that, but I feel like there's a lot of people that don't. And it's sad that people don't. You know, and some of the things that I've been through, I feel like, some people just think they think you're not smart, and they think, uh, we can say and do whatever, and they, you know, they won't know it, Just like, for example, somebody could say something to me, or something about me and think I won't know it, because I'm sitting down. But just like you, a person walking, we still are all 100% human. They're 100% different, but also, again, 100% true right about us. I know my voice sounds funny right now, probably, but my head's all plugged up. I've honestly, no, I have not felt good for the last couple days, and it's getting to me. So that's one reason why it's taken me, about 4 days to be able to post here on YouTube. Uh, it's been a headache, stomach ache, sore throat. So far now, it's just my headache and sore throat. But again, it's draining. It's just sinus. But when I saw this, like I was talking about in the beginning, I thought, you know what? And I told the person, I said, you know what? I got this. I got this. This would be good for a YouTube. And I got it from here. Uh, because I felt like this needed to be said. And did I think I was going to have to do this? No, I didn't. Because I thought, there's a lot of smarter people out there, that things can turn around real quick and people will realize things. But then I thought, you know what? Yeah, this needs to be said. So that's why I do it, and that's why I'm saying this. Just because a person has a disability doesn't make them any less of a human being. You know, uh, as I saw that, when I said at the beginning, a person with autism, uh, because they have autism, because they're autistic, they have no friends, being friends, and that really just that that got me. That irked me. There's enough to say. This needs to be said, and like I said, I can't. I had to say that, but you know what? That needed to be said, and for anybody that watches this, on YouTube, especially for all those that have any kind of disabilities. If you ever feel friendless, don't feel friendless. If you ever feel friendless, just know I'm your friend. I see you. I hear you. I got you. Like I said, I know it's been probably about 4 days since I've, posted here on YouTube. Like I said, I was not feeling good, and I'm still not feeling good. As you can tell, my head's all plugged up. I have had the headache, stomach ache, sore throat. I've had it all. Though it's a little better than everything else, but that's why I haven't posted for a couple days. But when I saw this, I felt like it needed to be said. So again, even if someone has a disability, don't be afraid to be friends with them. And remember, even with a person, even a person with a, let's just say, even a person with a physical disability, a mental disability, meaning a disability that can be that can be noticed or seen, versus those disabilities out there that can't be seen. Let me tell you something. Whether that disability can be seen or can't be seen, that person or persons is still 100% human. They just have a 100% different, but also 100% true story about them. So keep being you, and let nothing or no one hold you back. And yes, I am making this a 100% working, paying job. Because again, I love to help people through anything, everything that y'all go through. No matter what it is. Even if it's situations that I may not have been through or anything like that, guess what? I still got you. Even if it's, like I said, situations I've never been through, I'll still, put myself in that situation or situations, or think, try to think, what I would do in that situation or situations, and then, be able to give you my advice on how to, to get through that situation. So again, with that said, keep being you, keep smiling, let nothing or no one hold you back. And remember, no matter your disability or disabilities, you're 100% human. They're 100% different, but also 100% true story about you. And that's, what I'm going to title this is you're 100% human, with the 100% different, but also 100% true story about you. So with that said, again, also, if I haven't said it yet, if you comment, and when I respond to your comment, and I see that you have a YouTube channel, and I see that I'm not subscribed to your YouTube channel, I will subscribe to your YouTube channel. Also, if I go through my list, that shows all my subscribers, if I see that you're subscribed and I'm not subscribed to your YouTube channel, then I'm going to subscribe to your YouTube channel as well. Either way, I got you. Keep going, keep smiling, keep being you. And I appreciate y'all watching. Had a beer on me, sorry about that. Keep going, keep being you, keep smiling, and let's get it.